Receptive and productive language are both important, and I think sometimes I can get a little too focused on getting the students to produce the exact language that I need them to produce, or that the objective says they're going to produce. I think it's equally important to provide opportunities for students to just talk and, just write, free write, and then later go back to what they wrote, or later go back to what they said, maybe if they recorded it on Flipgrid, and we can look at it as a group and maybe go into a little more detail and analyze it. But when I'm trying to get students to produce language that's in a certain structure or includes certain vocabulary words, I do a lot of framing, question framing, and answer framing. So I will I rely a lot on turn taking. And so I've incorporated a practice a lot of times called question and answer rounds. And so I'll ask a question to the person on my right, they'll answer it back, and then they'll ask that question to the next person. And so around and around the circle we go, and everybody gets a chance to rehearse that language together. I try to give as many opportunities as I can for students to use higher level vocabulary in their spoken language as well as their written language, and more complex language structures. So to do that, I will give, even if we're just talking, I'll give a visual written word bank that kids can use, or a sentence frame will be on the board so they can read it while they're saying it out loud. So I'm constantly combining oral language and written language and trying to make them as simultaneous as possible to get that relationship going, so that the receptive and productive language skills are kind of both happening at the same time.
I don't think you can overstate the importance of having students develop their productive language skills and giving them opportunities to do that. I think in observing my own teaching, if I record myself teaching and watch a video of that, but also in observing, just incidentally observing other teachers teach, I think it's just sort of human nature to not give enough practice, to not give students enough practice producing language. And I don't think you can overstate how helpful it is and how essential it is for students to practice the same thing over and over again to be able to actually do it. So don't just show me that you can do it one time. Show me that you can do it a bunch of times, whether that's using certain vocabulary words or certain sentence pattern. And so I try to, especially if students are learning, for example, a new sentence pattern or a new style of discourse, whatever it is we're focusing on, I try to use that myself and model it as much as I can, and then I try to get them to practice it as often as they can. This one? Mechanic. Yeah, mechanic. What does the mechanic do?
Is when the car is not working, the mechanic is going and the car can work.
Yes, Brianna.
The car is not working, good. The mechanic is go.
Oh, the car is not working. The car cannot go. The mechanic comes to the car and fixes the car. Now the car is working. Thank you, mechanic. Okay. It's not working. Maybe I need a mechanic to come fix the computer. Yes, Lauren?
The computer that is why the homework folder is now not working for now. Mechanic is come and the computer is working.
Yes, that's right. The computer, Miss White's computer, Miss White is their teacher. Miss White's computer was not working. But the mechanic, mechanic for computers came to the school
And come to working.
and he fixed the computer. Now Miss White's computer
It's working.
is working. It is fixed. Thank you, mechanic.
Thank you, mechanic.